Batch leads or Propstream? What is the correct software for you to be using this year in wholesaling real estate? What's up, guys? Zach Ginn here. And in today's video, I'm going to give you a complete breakdown difference between Propstream and batch leads. The honest truth here is these are the two largest softwares that most wholesalers use. And I'll tell you this truthfully. There's not any group of successful seven-figure wholesalers that use any other software really for most of their operations. Now, there are always a few stragglers, but if you go and survey every single wholesaler that makes over $1 million per year in wholesaling, heck, the ones that make over six figures, I would say a majority of them, a super majority, I would say, use either batch leads or Propstream. It's not even close with the other softwares. And anyone that tells you otherwise, they probably own a different company and they're trying to get in your back pocket. So what I'm going to do today is really give you a complete breakdown between batch leads, aka zachdata.com, and Propstream, aka listrei.com. What I'm going to do is share everything you need to know about both these softwares so you can actually have an informed decision. So you can actually go get the right results and choose which one's the best one. Now, I will tell everybody off the bat that you don't need to be using this to become successful. You do not need to go sign up for any of these platforms to become successful. All you basically need to do is go out here and work hard. If you work hard, you'll actually go out here and get good results. You don't need to use these softwares. They are tools. They do help. But I will tell you there are other options for you. Now, to kind of bring it from the top, what we're going to do is really break down basically, I have a lot of categories of which software to use, which one's good, which one's not. But I basically base them off of a bunch of distinct categories. Category number one being the cost. So you are informed of the cost of it, the Skiptracing results, basically the comping. We're going to break down a lot of categories today of really, in my opinion, what makes a good software for wholesaling real estate. And really what we need to do is make sure that you have an informed decision so you know exactly how to make the right choice here. Now, a lot of people get really in the nitty gritty about data quality and which one's perfect and which one's not. The honest truth is you just got to know which one works best for you. And there's some big differences, I could say, between these platforms, but you really need to know the difference here so you can actually make the right, best, and informed decision for wholesaling real estate success. So before we get into it, do me a favor, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe. Make sure you go out here and basically comment below if you have any questions about any of the softwares. And we're going to break it all down. There's so many categories to break down. There's so many differences between these softwares that I'm really excited to break down and share with you today. So let's kind of start it from the top and break down both these platforms, what they're about, how they kind of came up, and really everything you need to know about it. Now, one thing I do want to let you know, FYI, when you're starting out, you don't need these softwares. I'm going to guess, what about this software or X software or this type of software or this? Guys, let me be honest with you. If you're getting into cold calling, SMS, direct mail, any of the top type of service like channels out there, you need good data. You need good lists. And frankly, if you're not using these type of softwares, you're pretty much going to be screwed when it comes to pulling really good data from the best platforms. I think of the other platforms out there too. They're not pouring millions and millions of dollars into research and development, getting the best APIs, getting the best information from the county, getting the best information from their third-party sources, so you can actually have the best one. I independently research a bunch of softwares. If any of the best ones change, I do. I personally have found the best SMS softwares have changed, so I've moved stuff around. And I'm always going to tell you what's up with that. And I do want to make this very clear for you, okay? Most wholesaling influencers, most people in the real estate wholesaling space, right? They will tell you this, and I want you guys to really take note on this so you actually understand this. I want you to be the most informed about this. Most of these wholesaling influencers and all these things, they're going to tell you this. They're going to say batch leads is the devil. It is the worst software ever, and you only have to use Propstream. Then there's going to be other people that says Propstream's the devil, and batch leads is the only one you need to be using. Sounds kind of crazy, right? Why is it like that? There's not one wholesaler that says, hey, they're both pretty good. Here's why I like this one. Here's why I like this one. And if you're in this kind of category, you should probably do this one. This one, you should probably do this. Do whatever you want. Unfortunately, I am the only free wholesaling person on the internet, which basically means that I have a lot of people in the free course, which means I can leverage both these companies where they can let me both promote both of them, right? It's pretty cool. Now, one thing you got to know about that is, why do people say you can only use one or the other? So they make more money. I honestly could care less about the money I get from this. Didn't cover the editors. So like, it doesn't matter. I do this for the JV deals and obviously to inform everyone. So they go to freewholesaling.com, my free wholesaling course. But we need to understand first and foremost about these two softwares is one is not inherently better than the other. They are like hammers. And that is the best analogy I can give to you today. There is a Lowe's hammer and then there's the Home Depot hammer. Is a Lowe's hammer inherently better than a Home Depot hammer? Not really. Maybe they feel a little different. One's lighter than the other. One's might last longer. One's heavier. It doesn't really, between you and me, they're hammers. They're both, if it's all about the user, who is the person actually using the hammer? That is actually going to show you who actually gets better results, actually how you get better data, actually how you get better stuff. Really, these are really similar tools. And because these tools are so stupid, stinking similar, it's not that crazy of a difference. I think a lot of people feel like, oh, if you don't use this software, or you have to use this software, and if you don't use this software, then you suck, and you're never going to become successful. That's not it. That's not the honest truth here. My personal opinion is both these softwares can make you rich. Both these softwares can make you successful. It's all about the user when it comes to this stuff. It's not about, oh, it's this guy or this guy. It doesn't matter. What you need to understand straight up, starting out right now, these both are going to get you rich. I share both of them because I'm not here for the money. I'm just going to tell you, you can use both of them. So let's kind of break this down. Let's kind of share exactly these categories and let's kind of get in this. So we got two softwares. Number one, let's talk about both of them, how they came out, everything like that. Number one, Batch Leads, aka ZachData.com. Now, you hear me say the word batch leads a lot. You say the word ZachData.com. What is that? Well, basically, if you use the link ZachData.com, you get a free trial to the platform and you get, I think, 1,000 free leads. You can use code Zach and get 50% off your first month of batch leads. So that's why you do that. It makes it easier. You don't have to focus on the codes. You just pop that in there. You're good to go. Now, who's batch leads? What is batch leads? Batch leads, I'll give you the best kind of thing about them, which I love their story. They were founded by 3 wholesalers. They are currently owned by the same 3 wholesalers, and they are currently ran and operated by wholesalers. That is the thing I love about them. And, Batch might get mad at me saying this, but I can promote everyone. It is a really cool thing that they are ran by wholesalers, and wholesalers actually help create the platform, and they actually manage the platform. So when things change, you actually have wholesalers who actually understand wholesaling real estate. Now, it's not a bad thing on Propstream, but I'm just saying the way Batch Leads does it is they cater to wholesaling specifically, which makes them, from what I see, web traffic slightly smaller than Propstream, but it's more wholesaling specific, I can tell you. They run SMS through it. They really, with wholesalers, the skip tracing is more important than the data. I'm not saying that in a bad way. People are going to scream at me for saying that, but I'd rather you have a really good data platform and then insane skip tracing than having insane data and just good skip tracing, right? And so it's really cool the way Batch does that, and that's why I love them so much. So you can use ZachData.com. They have a lot of stuff. They have a dialer with them. They have a texting platform. They have all these things, and kind of when you use it all together, it is cheaper, but there's a lot of ways to spend money with them too. So I would tell you, ZachData.com is a really good one. Now, the next one is Propstream. Now, Propstream is kind of built for real estate investors, which is not a bad thing. Wholesaling wise, you can use it, no problem. It's not like this crazy big difference. I don't think these platforms are inherently crazy different. It's like going to Gold's Gym and I don't know, your classic bodybuilder gym. It's just they're both gyms. You can both work out. Maybe you like one better, the feel of whatever. That's the truth. Now, why do I tell you listrei.com? Listrei.com is the link to use Propstream. That's pretty much the big difference between these two. Now, I'm going to tell you something, and if Batch or Propstream's listening, close your ears because they're going to be mad that I say this. I'm the only YouTuber to tell you this. I'm the only person that is ever going to tell you the honest truth here. I don't care if you get less signups on it. Who cares? At the end of the day, I'm just giving you the information. It really is not going to change my life. I think everyone watching this should sign up for both of the free trials. And at the end of the 7 days, you decide which one's better for yourself, and then you pick it from there. I will tell you, nobody else on YouTube will tell you that. But the honest truth is that's what you should be doing. You should do 7-day free trial to Propstream, 7-day free trial to Batch, and just try them out. use listarea.com, use zachdata.com. That is what I personally, in my heart, believe will probably be best for most wholesalers watching this. Now, why does nobody say it? Because they make less money by doing it. I seriously could care less. You just need to get the platform that works best for you. So those are the two platforms. They're run by real estate investors, and they are a bigger place. I mean, it's a publicly traded company. Just bought Propstream a year ago, I believe, a year and a half ago. And so they pour a lot of money into extra bonus features that Batch Leads doesn't. But they've put less of a focus on things like Skiptracing as Batch does, but they put focus on other lists for real estate investors. So they're going to be different. We're going to break this down. We're really going to break down the nitty gritty of it all and really share so you understand exactly everything you need to know about this. So let's kind of get into this. Let's break this down. You guys know the links for both of them, but really what I want to do is just share my honest thoughts about each one of them. I think some have bigger edges than others. And some parts of these softwares are worse than others, and some are better than others. So what I'm going to do is my complete, hopefully unbiased review. I know a lot of people have these like biased reviews I see on the internet about both these. It's sad. So let's kind of break this down and share it. Now, let's talk about number one. What is the cost of both of these softwares? Now, a lot of people think, oh, they're crazy different, whatever. I'll tell you the truth. If you're doing the monthly plans are pretty much on par with each other. And what do I mean by that? Well, they're both going to be about $99 a month. Now, Batch Leads has something where you can pay the year, and I think it's 10% cheaper. So like $85 a month if you use the yearly plan, but I mean, really, it's whatever you want. They're both going to be $99 a month. And what do you get with that? You get 10,000 records you can pull every single month, which if you can't skip trace that's like too much already, but that's plenty of records. You can even get more. But the one thing too is you do get you get half of it off the first month with Batch. So that is a price difference, I would say. So technically Batch has the edge on the cheapness category. So it is cheaper if you really want to talk about that part of it. But really they're both pretty similar, I would say, with the price. I think they're kind of neck and neck with each other. They are competitors. So, I mean, I don't think they're really going to change much. But let's kind of talk about like the first part. This is where we kind of see a difference between the two. Not a bad thing, I would say, like not a terrible thing, but there is a small difference. Okay. More than small, but this is the Skiptracing. Now, I'll tell you wholeheartedly in my heart, I can tell you there has been definitely a difference I've seen between the Skiptracing results from both of these platforms. I have personally found zachdata.com, aka Batch, to be way better when it comes to Skiptracing. Now, does this mean you're going to suck? You're terrible? No, I'll tell you this, but I'll tell you that it's enough of a difference for me to tell you. I have found when I cold call or SMS, if I use a Propstream Skiptrace list, it's going to have less leads usually, or worse connect rate than if I use Batch. And so when it comes to zachdata.com specifically, aka Batch Leads, it's better. The cost of that Skiptracing is going to be anywhere between 10 to 14 cents. For me, it's about 10 cents because I got a better plan, obviously. More data, right? It's cheap. So like it's a no-brainer for me because it's cheaper than Propstreams. But if you're on the lower level, it's like 14 cents. So it's like 2-cent difference. If I'm going to tell you, I believe that 2-cent difference. So Propstream is about 12 cents. That is their cost per record for the Skiptracing. And it's really easy, right? You don't have to do any subscriptions or anything like that. I mean, you got to be part of it, but like it's pretty cool, right? But I would tell you the extra 2 cents is worth it on zachdata.com if you're going to do it. Now, for somebody that's not big in SMS or cold calling, this doesn't really matter too much. But I will tell you there is a difference between these Skiptracing. So I will give the edge here to Batch Leads, like by far. But it's not something like, oh my gosh, you have to switch everything, right? Because I get a lot of people that say, oh, I use Propstream Skiptracing and that's why I suck. I will tell anybody watching this, if you're looking to get into cold calling and you pull a list on Propstream and Skiptrace with Propstream and you get no results, do not blame Propstream. I'll tell you, like, I made a lot of money off the Propstream Skiptrace list, and I made a lot of money off the zachdata.com list. There is a difference. Now, personally for me, I run enough of a business where I like to pull my data on one platform and Skiptrace on the other. Some I don't. Like, I'll give you an example. For my direct mail, I'm not getting in trouble saying this, but I'll pull off of listarea.com, like the high equity filter list. I just like it better. And then I'll skip trace if I'm cold calling it off of zachdata.com. And there's some certain lists, like the tire landlord list. The tire landlord list is better on batch than it is on Propstream. Like there's like slightly different differences, and we're gonna break it all down. Like we're gonna share it, but like what I've personally seen is they're different, but some is better than the other. It's like, should I live in Atlanta or should I live in, I don't know, Nashville, right? I mean, there's clear differences between the two. It's probably not. It's like New York City and LA, but like it's not that big of a difference. I think a lot of people think it's crazy. So skip tracing wise, I'll tell you, I would give the edge here to batch. Now let's talk about the comping tools and the comping features and really doing comping. I would tell you straight up, the edge for the comping is going to go to batch. I think batch leads has better comping tools. They make it really easy with the skip tracing. They make it really easy with the comping. You can switch the bedroom baths. You get the average comps. Overall, I've seen when it comes to comping, batch is superior with it because it's not built for real estate investors. It's built more for wholesalers. So I will say batch lead zachdata.com is better with this. Now, the next part here Propstream's comping is perfect. Like it's not going to be crazy. And outside for most people that are only going to use one platform, Propstream might be a better play if you don't get all these crazy subscriptions too, right? But like I'll tell you, comping with zachdata.com is way easier. I've always done it a lot more simpler for that. The next part, this is data quality, right? And data quality is, it's weird. I'll tell you, when it comes to quality of data, this is probably one of the most important ones for everyone. I would say it's a tie, but barely. I would say if we really like have a little race here, I would say Propstream's kind of edging out batch as of this video. I didn't really make that a thing last year, but it was true. Propstream has gotten a little better edge on data quality for some of my bigger lists. And so like for a general list, I would say Propstream is just way better on it. I've personally found for my direct mail, when I do a big direct mail campaign, I'm going to have to use Propstream, listri.com for it. But if I'm going to use, and I was like, okay, you know what? Let's do some direct mail. Let's do a big one off a batch. And I've gotten pretty much very similar results for, especially with the ROS postcards. It's not crazy different. And I'll pull a list on, batch leads, and then we'll skip trace it and then do SMS. And then I'll compare the two. I don't see a big difference. Now, I'll tell you this. Now some people are going to be fuming. Everyone said, Zach, use this platform. Try this platform. Try this one. This one has cheap skip tracing. I've tried all these free list pulling stuff, and I've tried all these really cheap skip tracing ones, and I've tested them out. I would love, to be, a quarter of the price and you get the same results or even better. But I found with really, really cheap, crappy data, you get what you pay for a lot of this stuff. And when people aren't putting millions and millions and millions of dollars into their data, and they're just kind of like scraping it on an API and just giving it to you like that, and you don't really get the best results, you waste a lot of money. And you'll waste thousands of dollars using a free list pulling software type thing versus using a really good high quality service like Batch Leads or Propstream. I've time and time again, there's a reason why if you talk to anyone who's really making six figures and they're doing SMS cold calling and direct mail, they're using Propstream or Batch Leads. They're not using free service. They're not using this little cheap one. They're not using the cheap data type thing. They're not. They want the best of the best because it actually ends up costing money, cheap stuff like that. That's why it's Propstream and Batch Leads. It's not we're talking about XYZ software or all this ones or what about this one? What about this one? No. Whoever, if anyone's telling you that this software works really well and it's not Batch Leads or Propstream, I will tell you there's a 90% chance they own the company, or they're giving you an affiliate off of it, or number two, they make less than six figures a year. I don't know. I'm not going to put anything out there, but I'm just saying there's a big difference between why the majority of wholesalers use Batch Leads or Propstream and nothing else, because there is a clear divide between these softwares and why you got to be doing it. And so this is super important. All right. So data quality, I would say it's a tie, but if I'm spending a bunch of money, I would probably prefer to use Propstream. But if I pull it off a Propstream, I'm skip tracing on batch. So if I'm trying to be cheaper, there's going to be a little difference between the two, I'd say. Now, list variety. This is an interesting one. I would say here when it comes to list variety, the big difference I would say is Propstream's going to win that out. Why is that? Propstream has some really cool lists that Batch Leads is currently working on, stuff like that. We have the deceased owners list, which is just hands down, Propstream always has the best one, anything like that. These are like the pre-probates, zombie properties, things like that. Those curated like secret lists, Propstream always has the edge over that because they kind of started that first, and they got really good at doing that. So I will give the list variety. I'll give a big edge to them. Now, there's another big edge that I would say Batch has over Propstream that no one really talks about, but this is demographics information. Batch, by far, this is insane, has the best demographics information I've ever seen. If you want to go after older sellers, if you want to go after sellers that are, Puerto Rican, I don't know, like they're really good at like demographics when pulling a list. I don't know why. If I'm going after people who don't speak Spanish, like I have to use Batch, right? If you can really get really nitty gritty with demographics info on Batch, and that's why I really love it. And that's why there's a big difference between that, right? And I want to pull both these platforms up and show them, but I'm not getting this video taken off of YouTube. I'm frankly sick of it. I actually did a video comparing these two softwares, and guess who decided to boot the video out? My good friends on YouTube. So we're not showing them today. We're doing some tutorials. The tutorials are on freewholesaling.com, a free wholesaling course. The reason why, again, is because YouTube has some really stingent with privacy policy lately. So I'm not getting any more X's on here. I'm not really getting any strikes on YouTube, so I won't do that. But demographics information, Batch Leads is hands down the best one for this. I have not really seen a better platform for the demographics. It's amazing. So I would say you go with that. Now, MLS Access. MLS Access actually used to be a big deal for me. But the honest truth here with MLS Access is there was a time when Propstream lost it, and then they got it back. So they had to strike a deal with the MLS. Basically, Batch Leads always had it. Now, everyone thinks, oh, Batch Leads is better. They both have about 1% difference between the MLS Access. So if you're really crazy about, I'll tell everyone, if you are doing like on-market wholesaling, if you're doing talking to real estate agents, you're going to have to use Batch. Batch is way better on that end because it's more like wholesaling on the MLS type thing. Propstream doesn't care too much about it. They kind of put their efforts into other things. So that's why there's a big difference between these two, right? But I would say for MLS Access, they're both going to be pretty much tied. Batch has a slight edge. For that on-market wholesaling, even using real estate agents as buyers, Batch Leads has this, they call it agent outreach type thing. I don't know their term or something, but it's pretty darn good. And if I'm dealing with real estate agents, Batch Leads has the edge on that one. But there are different things, right? I think one thing I always look at is just like another category in this. And I kind of call it, bonus features and stuff like that. There is a big difference between those two on that end. But I'll tell you, if you're looking to get into this, the on-market side, way better on Batch. Off-market, Propstream's got some interesting lists for you. And so like there's a slight difference between these two. Now, customer service-wise, right? What's the difference here? I think Batch Leads has better customer service. If I'm really have to look at the both of them, like objectively, I think no one really argues with me too much. They're a smaller company, and so they just have more people on staff. And maybe this is because like whenever someone that follows me has an issue, I can always kind of go to the owners and just like go like that, right? But Propstream's I can do the same thing with Propstream too. But I'd say for the average person, Batch is going to be better because they're more tailored towards wholesalers, and there's definitely a wholesaler working there that can help you out. So customer service wise, Batch is going to have the edge on this. Now, for our last category here, which is something that I know seems kind of stupid, but it is something you should know. There is a bonus features tab. And this is definitely something that I would say no one really knows too much about, but it is a category you should be thinking about. The clear winner here on bonus features is going to be, I'm going to say Propstream. Propstream has better bonus features. Where they have a rehab calculator, Blue Hammer. If you're crazy about rehabs and stuff like that, it's kind of built for the flipper. So that's one thing that Propstream does have an advantage of is that rehab calculator. That's pretty cool. You can actually use a website. You can actually create a it's weird. You can actually create a website on Propstream, like an SEO type thing. So that's pretty cool. I would say it's a weird difference, but I would say definitely bonus features wise, Propstream wins. And then the last little thing is drawing for dollars, right? Uh, Propstream used to be the only company that have a free drawing for dollars app, and now this year, thankfully, basically that Batch Leads came out their own. They actually had their own drawing for dollars app, batch driven, and basically now Batch Leads kind of did this like 180 where they just basically gave it for free for anyone that signed up, or basically anyone that uses Batch, you can use this app. It's pretty cool. And so what's the difference now? Now drawing for dollars app wise, Batch Leads is way better. Straight up, I've used Propstream's drawing for dollars app, and I've used Batch Leads drawing for dollars app. Batch Leads is way better. And then DMZack.com Deal Machine is like a league crazy above that. But really, like, if you don't have too much money, you want to get drawing for dollars, it's like the Batch Leads app won't be bad. Propstream, they're both going to be amazing. And so those are really like, they're not crazy key differences. User interface, they're all pretty much similar, but they're not going to be like nuts, I would say, right? You got Propstream, you got Batch Leads. I don't think that these differences are like, oh my gosh, you got to use one or the other, this or that. I know a lot of people fight like cats and dogs because, you know, they'll strike up deals with these software companies and then they'll go, oh, you can only use this one, or you gave me a t-shirt, so I'm only going to use this one. I don't care. I'll tell you this straight up to the camera. I don't care if Propstream hears me, Batch Leads hears me. If any of these softwares start like acting up and the results suck, I'll stop talking about them. That's the truth. I don't have any affiliation with these of like I'll agree to support you for 3 years. And no. If one's not working, I will tell you it's not working. I don't care. I'm here to do wholesaling deals. I'm here about my legacy. I'm here about telling you the truth. I think I've objectively tried to let you know today which one's better, which one I found has been worse. Now, frankly, if you close my eyes and I have to use Batch Leads for the rest of my life, I'll probably make the same amount of money. If I have to use Propstream for the rest of my life, I'll probably make the same amount of money. Now, that's the difference. Obviously, it's best to get both. But if you can only choose one, it's going to be a tough choice. I would say if you are personally going to be the guy or gal that is like massive, and I'll tell you like massively into cold calling, I would probably go with Batch Leads. If you're a person that is more into getting better quality data, a lot more niched out, and maybe even like a crazy, like large marketing approach. I know a lot of people that do SMS like this. I know a lot of people that, heck, they even do cold calling like this, but they do a lot of direct mail like this, or, you know, they try the reverse rank for dollars, things like that. I say Propstream's better, your better choice here. Now, every market's a little different, obviously, but I would tell you that it's definitely a tale of two wholesalers. If you're looking to use the dialer, batch dialer, you want the crazy skip tracing, all this stuff, Batch Leads has it for you. But if you want kind of like a large variety of data, you want a large variety of ways to get deals, and you kind of want to do it a cheaper way with the same results, Propstream's probably be a better option for you. That's kind of the big differences I've seen with these two platforms. I don't think one is going to be crazy different than the other. It's like, oh, you should do this one. You can only do this one. Or how much does each one get updated? I get asked that all the time. It's like they're both going to update as much as possible. Sometimes the vacants are uploaded, you know, every other day. Sometimes they're every day. Everyone says they're daily. Everyone says they're all pulling from APIs from the companies, right? And what I can tell you is they both pull data differently, but the end result's going to be very, very, very similar. Now, the last part is, I would say, which I didn't talk about, was like cash buyers. If you're really wanting to do off-market cash buyers, not real estate agents, but like real estate cash buyers, like the cash sales, I've personally found Propstream, ListREI.com to be better than Batch Leads when it comes to finding cash buyers. I'm just telling you straight up, the cash sales on Propstream is just way better. And so like that, I hope you guys understand, like, I have found some things better on Batch, some things better on Propstream. So I have found it's better if I just get both. Duh. And that's the way I run my business. No other wholesaler, you know, will tell you this. No other wholesaler on YouTube will tell you the actual clear difference between these two, because they're trying to get in your pocket. They're trying to tell you, oh, you can only use this one. The other one's terrible, blah, blah, blah. It's never like that. And you guys know that. There's always a clear difference between the two. And so knowing that, it's going to give you a key difference on which one's better objectively. and they're pretty much the same cost. And so what I want to do right now is kind of answer your questions. I'd love to go on both those softwares and show you, but unfortunately, with the stupid YouTube algorithm, I'm not allowed to, and I'm not risking this video getting taken down. So unfortunately, you can do that. Now, if you want a 50% off batch leads, just go to batch leads and use code ZACH, code Zach, or you can try, personally, I wouldn't even do that. Close your ears, batch leads. I would go to zachdata.com. I would try it out for free, see if you like it or not. And then from there, you could probably use the code Zach. Now, I don't think you can use it on the same email, so be careful with that one. Or you can just straight up use code Zach and just sign up right now. It doesn't really matter. Or go to listarray.com, try the free trial, and then use that one, right? But I truly believe you should try the free trials to both of them to really get an understanding of both of them. It just hurts my heart so much when people will say, oh, batch lead sucks, use this one, or this one sucks, use this one, or no. It's never worth it. I'm telling you, and I see all these free softwares like, oh, great, you can pull a free crappy list of vacant properties, and they're going to use a really crappy skip tracing, and guess what your results are going to be? Boom. So I'm telling you, the free softwares for pulling these lists are not free. They don't get from the government. I had one guy, he created a website to pull government lists, and it was so bad because you have to do it in all the states, and it only worked for a couple like markets, and then the rest absolutely sucked. And the guy has shut down his website. It's crazy difference. So if you're watching this right now and you actually want to see which one's better for you, actually go out here and try it yourself. Go on the free trials and you make an informed decision. I think both of them are going to give you good results. That's it. I don't know which one you should be doing because obviously they're all a little different. So that's the one I think you should just make a decision. Get both of them, try them out, and do it from there. And so what we're going to do is answer some questions. Let me go get the link for everyone to hop on the one-on-ones, and we'll get it going. You can join. Let me join here. Give everyone the link, and then we'll give everyone the Flip with Rick link. Flip with Rick YouTube channel. All right, cool. And so we're going to link for the one-on-ones on here. But most importantly, I just want to answer your questions, see how I can help you out, see how I can make you a better wholesaler so you can make an informed decision on how to actually wholesale for free. Now, you don't need to pay to get good at any of this stuff. All you have to do is just start doing the government lists, start pulling the data, start going after it, and get it. So I appreciate everyone saying this great insight. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me. I do have a free wholesaling course. It's called freewholesaling.com. I don't make a dime. I lose money on freewholesaling.com. Because of the data, the editors, the hosting on the website, stuff like that. But YouTube has been such a pain in my butt lately. I had to revamp freewholesaling.com. So you can actually go out here and learn for free. So has anybody in the chat been successful with wholesaling by listening to Zach? I don't think there's been one person that's been successful listening to me. Just kidding. Bro, all right. If you've gotten the wholesaling deal from listening to me, go in the comments. Blessed to Playa doesn't believe me. That'd be kind of funny. Yeah. Oh my gosh. See all these comments. Have you tried this one? 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 Oh my gosh. I tell you, there's a clear difference between these two. So go do it. Good analysis. Appreciate it. Shout out to Amelia out here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's see here. Peter says for 100K a year, you got to do about 10K a month. That's true. All right. So Omar says is wholesaling. Let's see here. Omar says is wholesaling to 100K possible in a year? Bro, Omar, come on, my man. You've been on here plenty of times. I made 100K my first year. Rick made 200K his first year. There's a lot of wholesalers that made over 100K their first year wholesaling houses. Heck, I can't wait to release our live event. We're going to have some cool videos on that and stuff. But like, yeah, plenty of people can do it. And plenty of people have. Check out the podcasts that we do, that we release a lot of Mondays. It works. I'm telling you, it works like crazy. Millie, I got a deal watching Zach made $20,000. Telling you, it works. The stuff works. Jason, I've closed 2 deals listening to Zach and Rick. We got some other ones. Check out the podcast. There's plenty of people making $250,000, 300K, 500K, people making 100K a month now listening to me. We got some really cool stuff from the live event on there, so it's going to be pretty gangster. But we're pretty excited about it. I'll tell you this straight up. It's going to be a big difference I've seen from both of them. But I'm telling you, you have to understand this. You really have to really know how to work hard, and you'll do it. I see a lot of people, they'll go like, they'll get Propstream or they'll get batch leads. They'll download it and they say, they don't do any work. And they'll be like, oh, I tried it and it didn't work. It's because you suck. It's a hammer. If you don't slam the hammer, it ain't going to do well. I don't care if you use any software out here. If you don't put in the work, this business won't work for you. That's the big difference I've seen. Let's see. All right, let's see some questions we got here. We got some interesting ones too. Is wholesaling possible 100K in a year? I'm not doing these videos because I don't think you can't make 100K. I'm doing it because I know you can. Let's see. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, I love it. What's the catch for you giving all this free game, bro? Just wonder because I'm learning from you. I'm giving all this away because I have a secret course at the end of this that I'm going to try to pitch to you that costs $10,000 to go on my boat. No, I'm not. I literally teach wholesaling for free because my dad taught me wholesaling real estate for free, and I felt like I had an unfair advantage over the regular person. My dad was a good wholesaler. He taught me how to wholesale for free in a world where you had to learn wholesaling to pay 12, 15 grand, maybe a quick $4,000 mastermind for a couple days, right? That's basically what wholesaling real estate was for me. That's what it was. Like that was the world when I started out in wholesaling 2017. You would pay 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 grand, hop on a coaching call, not a coaching call, discovery call to learn how to do this and all this stuff. And I learned for free and I blew up wholesaling like crazy for myself. And I felt like it was so unfair that I had that advantage that I wanted to be that person. Like my dad was the person to me that taught me wholesaling for free. I wanted to be the person to teach the world wholesaling for free because I was already rich. I became a millionaire by 20 years old. Before I even made a YouTube video, I was pretty much already a millionaire with the power of wholesaling real estate. That's how crazy this business is. All right, FYI. And I became a millionaire and I said, you know what? I already made my million. I already made $1 million. I'm a millionaire through the power of wholesaling. I think I was 19, 20 years old. And I said, you know what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to give everything I know about wholesaling real estate for free. I don't have time to do coaching calls. I don't have time to do all this like when I was 20, right? I decided to give everything out for free. And then everyone asked me the same dang questions. It's been crazy. Zach, how do I get into wholesaling? How do I cold call? And I'm like, I'm not going to go sell a $10,000 course. So it is, I made a free course. It's called freewholesaling.com. And freewholesaling.com, it's a course that I put my blood, sweat, and tears in. Rick did too. If you're going to pay me $5 grand to learn wholesaling real estate and you're going to buy a course, I put it all inside that free course. Everyone can tell you in the comments how awesome it is. And so why do I give it for free? Because Rick Ginn taught me for free, made me a millionaire by doing it. And I want to do the same thing for you. And lots of people have. We have hundreds of thousands of people that hop on to freewholesaling.com, active students that learn this business for free. And I've changed a lot of lives doing this. And to this day, this is a very sad fact. I'm still the only wholesaler to give all of information out for free. If you want to learn marketing, I give it for free. You want to learn acquisitions, I give it for free. You want to learn dispositions, I give it for free. You want to learn on-market wholesaling, MLS wholesaling, I give it for free. You want my SMS scripts, I give it for free. I give everything for free. That is it. And the point is, what's the catch? I'll be honest with you. I want to be the largest wholesaler in history. That's the truth. What does that mean? I want to do more wholesaling deals than all these gurus combined. I want these gurus to cower in fear knowing that I'm doing more deals than all of them combined. Okay? What does that mean? If I'll be honest with you, I'm pretty good at wholesaling. I'm pretty good at dispositions. I'm pretty good at this stuff, okay? And so that means if you guys send me a deal in a market that I do virtual wholesaling in, I can close it and I get half the deal. And so I like JVing with people. Now, I get way too many JV deals sent to me already. I'm still scaling up my operations. But the point here is I want to do thousands of wholesaling deals every single year. And I want to teach you how to wholesale for free so you can lock up literally a deal. You send me the deal. We split it 50-50 and boom. You have a trusted person. You guys know my reputation's everything. I'm not going to screw you on a JV deal and boom, make a lot of money. And the point of that is I want you to send me more JV deals. So I created Flip the Brick Plus, which is a premium version of Flip the Brick, which means I do Zooms with people. I teach people even more. I literally will invite anyone to hop on and join me on a live event for 2 days. I will spend tens and tens of thousands of dollars on food, event place, hundreds of thousands at this point on like just live events in general. I'll pay people, all my videographers will come. I'll do it all literally for free if you gave me a JV deal. That's what I give to the people. And so what's the catch? The catch is I got to get you rich in wholesaling. My dad taught me how to get rich in wholesaling for free, and that's unfair. So what I decided to do is I'm going to be y'all's daddy. And I'm going to teach you wholesaling for free, okay? I'm going to be the Rick Ginn to you that the Rick Ginn was to me. And that's kind of the point. We got 2 people doing it, and we're going to go. I'm not here to ask for any money. I'm not here to do any of that. That's pretty much it. You go to freewholesaling.com. There's no credit card needed for that, and you're getting going to go, right? Yeah, you're getting to go at Learn Wholesaling for free. Now, I do have links if you want to go hop on these free trials. The point of this, and I'll tell you time and time again, I do like giving out these trial links first and foremost, because if people are going to sign up to them no matter what, so I always have them. And if I get a lot of signups, I kind of can leverage these companies to not do my bidding, but like, hey, if I want them to like, hey, you should add this feature, do this, I actually have a say in doing it, right? And I hate it because if I didn't do it, then some influencer would tell people to use really crappy softwares. And unfortunately, if you did, then you guys wouldn't be having good results. So I have to use the trial link so I actually show you where to go. If I don't tell you where to go, it ain't going to do well. And so I remember with like batch leads, I used to tell people to go to batch leads, and I just didn't like have a link. And then people went to like stupid platform A, and I'm like, oh, great. So we got to do that. So that's why I do it. You see them scrolling the bottom here. That's kind of what we do here. But go to freewholesaling.com, get rich, and we're ready to go. Also, if you are new, I do one-on-one links with people too. So I will literally do like a Zoom on here for free. What does that mean? If you want to hop on, talk to me absolutely for free. I do have a free coaching one-on-one calls I do. It's pretty crazy, but it is true. Let's show right here. So I'm going to go share my screen. If you join my Facebook group, it's called Wholesaling Houses for Real. Let me show you this really quick. Right here. Okay. Freewholesaling.com, but also this is my link here. And so this is Wholesaling Houses for Real. We got about 118, almost 119,000 people on there. And pretty cool here. You can click here. Here's a StreamYard link. You can hop on and talk to me for free for one-on-ones. Pretty cool here. Also, look, we got Amelia. She was on here. I didn't show you guys pictures of the live event. That was pretty cool. Let me show you. So this is us at the live event. It was pretty gangster. Me and Rick right here. There's Carolyn. We rented out it was pretty cool. A lot of these people we did JV deals with. We rented out like a private room at this waterfront restaurant. Pretty cool. Pretty gangster. There's a bunch of people. I remember all these people. It was pretty gangster. I was talking to everyone, running around. We were just teaching it. Corey was speaking. We were speaking. So this is what we got the recording of. It's going to be pretty gangster. I'm really excited to share that whole event for you guys because I feel like it's going to help a lot of people out. We did a lot of speaking of it. But yeah, that was our event. It was really cool. And we really broke down how to make your first 100K in wholesaling real estate for basically 2 days straight. And so the recordings will be, I'll tell everyone, these recordings will be live and they are going to be posted on this YouTube channel. We literally just got the footage today because we only do transcoding and all that stupid stuff. But basically, and then we're going to have the editors start working on it like crazy. So everybody inside of Flip Their Plus should hopefully by the end of this week actually get footage of the event, which is pretty exciting. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's kind of do some one-on-one. Let's answer some more questions really quick. Had a blast live event. Awesome. Meet you in person, Jason. Awesome. Jason went from 0 deals. He's got 2, and he's going to keep scaling up from there. So that was really cool seeing him there. We got a lot of people who made their first 100K, stuff like that. So that's awesome. Let's answer one more question. We'll do some one-on-ones. Trying to lock up this deal with a seller that's incarcerated. It's a probate. The seller and me are in agreement with the price, but the attorney's giving me a hassle. Is it possible to go around the attorney? Theoretically, on a probate, it's going to be difficult too, but I would tell you is seek forgiveness, not permission. Visit the guy in jail, sign the contract, and then from there, Okay, FYI, from there, you can talk to the attorney once you get it done. All right, it's going to be pretty cool. So when you come to Atlanta for the live event, we're switching it up. We had it in Stuart, Florida this time, and then next time we're going to have another location, and then we'll eventually get one in Atlanta. It's gonna be really cool. So we're going to do it everywhere. So it'll be pretty cool. So, all right, let's do some one-on-ones. Let's talk to the people and see how I can help them out. So Lumel, what's up, man? Yo. All right, let's see. I don't think he's on here. Uh-oh. All right. Michelle.
Hey, Zach.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Oh my God, it's good to see you again. It's been a minute.
Of course. It's been a while. What's up? How can I help you out?
Okay, so I'm gonna make an offer today, but I have this seller who asked me to take back his mortgage, and I got a little confused with that. He wants $475 for the property.
Okay.
Which is insane because that's the actual ARV, and he's in pre-foreclosure. He owes about $220. Yet Propstream showed me a totally different number. So he wants $250 to walk away. Apparently somebody else was giving him that, but I said, I have no interest in taking back the mortgage because that's creative. I don't know how to really do that. But so I made an offer. The offer is I told him I'd give him 100 to leave, and then pay off the mortgage. So $320.
Okay.
And I also told him based on the repairs that I may see that may be needed. So I kind of left it like open-ended, where I can probably go lower. So I was wondering, did I do okay on that or not?
All right, let's bring this from the top. Okay, it's got a lot of stuff going on here. All right.
Absolutely.
Let's see. All right, I got my calculator up. All right.
Okay.
So, do you have an MAO?
Maximum allowable offer.
Yeah, for the property.
Yeah, that it's going to be 320 is the MAO.
320, and what do they want to sell it for?
He wants it 475.
So, that's not going to work. You know that, right?
That's not going to work.
So, the MAO has to be lower than the contract price, right?
Oh, the MAO or the LAO?
MAO.
Oh, okay. So that's not going to work. Okay.
Wait, was that your LAO or your MAO?
I guess that was my MAO. I wasn't even thinking. Yeah.
Okay. What's the ARV?
ARV is 475.
What's the repairs?
About 35 to 40.
Okay. Okay. So about 360, 364 roughly. And they want 475. So they want 110,000 above your MAO.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like,
so what's the question here? They want to do a creative financing deal?
Yeah, but I don't want to get in there. I just want
to. You can do a creative financing deal, but a creative financing deal is basically on the value of the property. You don't do you can do creative financing above the value, but not $110,000 above. So let's kind of do the math here. Do you know what the property will rent out for?
Say that again?
Do you know what the property will rent out for?
Yeah, about 3,000 to 4. Yeah, definitely easy.
Okay. And do you know how much the mortgage is?
He's on pre-foreclosure. The mortgage balance.
The mortgage payment.
The mortgage payment. No, I didn't get into. I can find out. I'm getting ready to go there in an hour and a half.
All right. It's gonna be a tough creative finance deal. Like if you can only if this was like 400, I could probably do a creative finance deal.
Okay.
Now, at 400, I do a creative finance deal. I think with the numbers, but To be completely honest with you, at like 475, the purchase price, it's not even creative financing at that point. You need a certain, basically, do you know what a cap rate is?
Cap rate on yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah.
Basically, it's going to be your profit. Like if I spend $40,000 on the creative finance deal and I made $10,000 net every year, that's about 25% return on my money. That's pretty good. The problem is the numbers are super low on this. I don't think it's a good deal. Why are they stuck at such a high price?
So I think he's he's in pre-foreclosure, so I think he's just, I thought he was delusional when he wanted 475.
Did you ask him how he came up with that number?
He said that's what the house is worth. I remember I think he said that. And I was like,
why is it worth that? Did you ask him that?
I did, because I actually said, do you have like high-end appliances in there? Like I went into that, and he was like, well, no, but it's a nice looking house. You know, he tried to sell me on the chandeliers here, and
that doesn't seem like a motivated seller.
Well,
what's his reason for wanting to sell?
Pre-foreclosure. He's about to, I mean, he's how many months in? Since May.
I would recommend for him that he should list the property with a realtor if he wants that.
Okay, so here's the thing. He was okay with me giving him 100,000, and the offer being at about three. Yeah, so he came down from that. That's the whole thing.
So he's down from that now.
Right. It started at I was negotiating with him on the phone before I went and go to see it, and then he said,
"Is this for creative financing or for purchase price?"
Purchase price.
So what is he down to now?
Now he's down to 320 based on if I find the roof is really bad, because he said it's 25 years old.
You didn't tell me that. So he's at 320. Yeah. He's not at 475.
Right. I was giving you the
320. That's a good deal. Duh, that's below your MAO.
Okay.
If the purchase price is below the MAO, that's money.
So it is a good deal. Okay.
I think so. If your numbers are correct.
Right.
$40,000 isn't a lot if it needs a buyer though.
40. Yeah, it sounds like it might be in good condition. I'm gonna go look at it.
No, 40,000 seems. If it needs a new roof, we could be. What's the square footage of the property?
1,200 something.
Where do you live?
And it's on a lake. That's
another Manhattan. Where do you live?
Oh no, I'm in New Jersey.
Okay.
I'm in New Jersey. Yeah, that
makes sense. Okay, don't give me I don't want this city because I don't want people trying to steal it.
I was gonna ask if you want.
Based on those numbers, man, Michelle, if this is in New Jersey, are we talking like north?
Yes. Is it north?
Northwest, yeah.
Who's your partner?
My partner, my fiance.
Fiance, where's he hiding? He knows about this.
He's on the couch. Yeah, he listens to me on the phone all the time.
All right. Well, tell him that this seems like a good deal if your numbers are correct. I don't think you're dumb. I think you actually looked up the numbers and you seem very knowledgeable about this.
Thanks.
If you actually put some effort into this and you actually looked into the numbers, I think you have a good deal here.
Okay. Yeah.
And so let's kind of practice on going this appointment, right? We're going to lock up this deal.
Okay.
Obviously, the lowest is best, but you still want to get locked up. Did you condition the seller at all?
Can I condition him? Yes.
Did you?
Did I condition him? Yes, because I told him, you know.
You've been through the course. You know what you're doing.
Yeah, I followed you.
If you condition the seller, you go there, you close it, and you get that cash. I think it's a great deal. If it's in North Jersey, like your fiance said here, I think you can sell that deal all day, every day.
And it's a waterfront property too. So it's on the lake.
Chef's kiss. Love it.
I know. All right.
I think it seems like a good deal. Okay. I was like, he wants to sell for 470 now. 320. I think we're good here. When is there an auction date set on the property?
Not yet. It just got recorded May.
Wow.
May of this year. Yeah.
Go after it. You have a great deal here.
Awesome. I wonder, do you JV? And I have to text you the
North Jersey. Yes, I do.
You do. Okay. Maybe I can get 20 grand out of that.
Let's get 30.
30?
If you get for 360, you make 40. Well, if you make 40, I'll get 20. You get 20. So maybe we'll see. Let's lock it up.
Okay.
ASAP. That's our main priority now. And let's get that deal sold.
Awesome.
All right.
Yes, thank you.
Go
Wow.
after it.
All right.
Appreciate it. Good job, Michelle. How did you reach out to the seller?
How do I reach? Oh, I did an SMS texting and he responded via text and then he called me.
Do you use it just from your phone, or do you use like a software for
I
texting?
did it right from my phone, Google Voice.
Told you it works.
Does.
You know what? Michelle, thank you for listening to me and actually getting results. A lot of people will complain, oh, my Google Voice is terrible. I can't get anything. Just do it.
Yep.
I love it.
Just do it.
No success story. Go off here and lock up the deal, okay?
I will. Thank you so much.
I believe in you. You got this.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Google Voice. I'm telling you, you get cash from it. It actually works. All right, Lamel's back. Are you muted?
Shoot. Hey, what's up?
There we go. We got another guy that got some deals from listening to me. So,
Yes.
what's up? What's
Hey,
the update? It's been a while, man.
Yeah, it's been a while. I haven't been showing up. I watched one of your videos not too long ago. You wanted us to come back. So I'm hopping back on. It's been a roller coaster, but I've got some good news. Hopefully, by the end of I think in the middle of November, we might close our second deal.
Okay.
Me and Tony Montana. So
Tony
hopefully,
Montana.
yeah. I mean, we're still grinding. We haven't gave up, but we're still here watching the lives, even though we don't jump in. But I think that's what I'm gonna start doing constantly now, because I feel like I definitely need some more guidance, and still watching the vids. So just letting you know I'm still here and I'm not giving up.
Dude, even if you have to show up just to say, hey, I showed up.
Yeah.
I appreciate the grind, man. I love the hustle.
Appreciate it. No, thank you. But thank you so much, for still doing what you're doing. And
of course, man.
I'm
I don't stop, which means you can't stop.
Definitely not, because then I'll just be giving up and then it won't work. So
you ain't doing that, man.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Zach. Appreciate it. Hopefully this deal closes and hopefully we get to the finish line.
All right. Believe in you, man.
Right. Thank you,
Say hi to Tony for me.
Yeah, we'll do. Have a great one.
Bye. All right. Boom. And next we got Ryan.
Zach.
How are you, man?
I'm doing great. What about you?
I'm blessed. How can I help you out?
I actually have a question about probates, but first I kind of want to talk about something else. I just want to thank you. I've been listening to you for like 8 months, and it's kind of surreal meeting you right now.
Of course. You should have been talking to me every single week for 8 months, and I'd probably get you more deals.
Oh, dude, yeah. Honestly, right now it's been hard. I'm in Montreal, so I don't even have Google Voice or anything. I have Bash. I do my cold calls. I do my visual bandit signs. Still been doing on it, but I've been hard on it for 5 months now. I have a few solid deals, few contracts, and no deals yet, but I'm still working on it. So yes, my question is about the pre-probates. Do you think you can help me out?
Yeah, of course.
So in my head, I know the pre-probates. I've seen one of your videos that you mentioned that we just get deceased owners. So it's not like they filed the probate. We just get the owners that are deceased, and they cross-reference it on Propstream with property owners. The thing is, I also skip trace on Propstream, and in my head, I was like, is it just not worth it? Since if I skip trace on Propstream, I'm gonna get the owner, but the owner is deceased. So do I have to skip trace it myself on cyber background checks and try to get the heirs or people that are related?
Yeah, you're gonna have to use a service that does relatives for skip tracing. So unfortunately, Propstream Batch isn't the best for it. There are softwares. I would say if pre-probates is such a small list, I would probably just use cyber background checks for it.
Do it by hand, all of them?
Yeah, I mean, how many do you have?
I actually work with Brian Holmes. I think you've done a podcast with him.
I know Brian.
A couple times back. Yeah. I'm in the Syracuse area, and we got Syracuse and the surrounding areas where he actually stays. And I got 500, I believe. Yeah, so 500 owners that have less than 3 properties, medium home price, and not corporate owned, so all individual.
You can use smszac.com. They're really good with this decedents. With those type of records too.
Okay.
Launch control. They're pretty good with whatever software they use for the skip tracing. It's pretty good for the pre-probates, but still, it's going to be as accurate as cyber background checks. It's not going to be crazy.
Okay. So your advice is just let's do it by hand. Let's put it in the ground. I
would say and just test it out to see if your data is actually good or not. Pre-probates, it's a good list, man, but it's all over the board sometimes, man. I'll tell you that.
What do you
It's
mean?
definitely an experimental list.
Mhm.
So it's not like you're getting a vacant list and you know for a fact it's perfect, right? Pre-probates,
Okay.
some of them are off, man. So I think you do a little test of it, and if it's working, then maybe you try the paid part of it.
Okay. And what do you use in your own business? Like, I'm guessing you also do pre-probates.
I mean, we like probates number one, but for a
Okay.
pre-probate, we're gonna basically use paid for it.
Okay.
It's not
Okay.
like it's not a crazy amount, man.
Okay. You
More than
pay for
every
the skip
single month.
tracing, right?
Yeah, we only pay, well, you pay for the callers too.
Okay.
Pay for
Okay.
SMS, pay for the direct mail, right? But like,
All right. Yeah.
you know what I mean by that.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I think I got the main point. That was basically my big question. I just wanted to know if I skip tracing on Propstream if it was okay. But now you told me you actually saved me money, so that's great.
Are you doing digital band signs?
Yeah, I've been doing it for 5 months every day, 27 markets. Takes me an hour each day doing it.
Dude, it's crazy. And Brian did really good on those.
Yeah, no, he did. But now I'm doing kind of like a little other angle. I'm on ChatGPT doing different ad copies instead of always putting the same ad. I'm kind of experimenting. I put Ben inside in Florida, all over Tennessee, a bunch of places. I'm actually trying to JV with you. I'm actually really, really mad I couldn't make it to the event, but I wanted to JV a deal with
What do
you
you do?
first. But yeah, yeah.
Send me a deal,
Hopefully
man.
next month. I will, dude. I will, especially like
All
in
right,
Florida. What am I gonna do?
go after it, man.
All right, perfect. I'll try to hop in sometimes to keep you up to date.
All right, keep it up, man.
Bye bye.
Oh,
Take care.
awesome. If you guys have a really hot deal, hop on the one-on-one. I'll look at it, and if it's something I think I can do or I know someone, I'll do it. But really, I have to keep it with the summitpaper.com. But hey, if you go crazy on it, Cade,
Hello?
hi.
How's it going?
I'm good. How are you, man?
Good. I was just I was joining because I had a couple SMS questions. Me and my partner, we've done 2 deals in the last month or so, and
Nice.
we are looking to kind of scale up a little bit. So we were kind of looking into, obviously there's been a lot of cracking down on the SMS, and we're just trying to see, what the best investment would be going that way.
So, I mean, if you really are so scared of it, you can just use Google Voice or your personal cell phone and do very small niched out approaches. But for paid, still SMSAct.com launch is still going to be the best one.
Okay.
I know you got the 10 DLC and all that stuff, but you got to remember, it makes it harder for the newbie to do it. But you really want the advantage, man. Like, just like you heard from Michelle there, Google Voice, and I have some tutorials we have in freelisting.com, which I have to be very clear with everyone. Send like 5 texts out an hour, which I know is not crazy, but for 12 hours, it's like 60. It's not bad.
Okay.
For that, your personal phone. If you just want to get started, just do that, and then you can use the paid software from there.
Okay. And then my partner also, he ran an EMA and email marketing agency before he started wholesaling with me. Do you think there's a niche for emails as well?
Nope.
Not at all.
Dude, as somebody that has tried it all, I ain't the first SMMA guy to go be like, dude, I had a buddy, he's making 15 grand a month doing SMMA cold emails. And I'm like, dude, if you can make wholesaling work, here's a list. And that guy's making 10 to 15K a month doing those little cold email. It's just a different business, man. I've tried it all.
Yeah.
Heck, you go to cyber background checks, True People Search, you can data scrape all the emails you want, man. I've just not found it to be effective at all. And there's not been one wholesaler that has like come out and say, hey guys, I'm making 20 grand a month doing this. Be the first guy and prove me wrong. Create a new, like, let me tell you this, Cade. I invented basically reverse rank for dollars. Government lists pretty much when it comes to data polling and using that. Reverse rank for dollars, digital band signs to a point. Like I have created new marketing channels. So be the guy to do it. I've tried it. It hasn't really worked too well for me, but try it. Get back to me, man. I'd love to go use you to conquer it. But like, it's tough, man. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely got a lot of knowledge about it. So, I mean, we might just, see what happens. And if we do end up getting any results, and I'll be sure to let you know. But
yeah, go do it, man. It was like a million emails. If you use like SendGrid or something, it's like $300-400. And that's the problem. It's like, it's $400 better spent doing something else. And so like, you kind of have to look at it like that. So go check it out, man.
okay. Ooh. All right. I got to go.
Bye. These people, I don't know where they're calling from, but hey, had to help the man out. So no complaints at all. Let's see here. Lead Chirp is actually pretty good for pre-probates too. That actually works too. Sorry for the ear attack for everyone. Let's see here. We got, hey, Zach, do you have any videos on LLCs? Like making one? I don't know if that's, I would say don't get an LLC until you've done at least your first deal. But yeah. I like the Berserk profile pic. All right, let's go here. All right, let's see. Herb says, do you these profile picture killing me? Do you have a bunch of phone numbers so you can track leads and marketing sources? Yeah, we do. We basically use a software called CallRail to basically do that for us. Google Voice is obviously one too, but yeah, that's definitely one you can be using too to help you out. Let's see, yeah, those college. I'll tell you guys, anyone that went to UF, the Springs dorm fire alarm. I will tell you that those fire alarms. Oh my gosh, those fire alarms in the dorm rooms, they're meant for college kids that are hungover on a Sunday morning. I will tell you, they are so loud. Oh my gosh, I'm getting like nightmares. These are old nightmares I'm getting in my head. Oh my gosh, Springs. Oh Lord, that was bad. So Manuel has actually a good one here. Hey Zach, what do you use to scrub DNC numbers from the list before marketing? Now, this is an interesting one, right? Do you scrub the DNC? Do you not? Let's get in some crazy territory here. I'm not a big DNC scrubber guy because from what I've seen, from talking to my lawyers, from talking to other lawyers, from talking to pretty much all my information, DNC law should not theoretically, this is all theoretical. Please talk to your lawyer before you do anything. Before you tie your shoes, you should talk to a lawyer, right? You should do anything before you talk to a lawyer, right? That's my legal disclaimer. If you really look at the DNC law, DNC is to stop people from, quote, telemarketing, right? And what is telemarketing? Telemarketing is the encouragement or sale of a good or service. So basically, that is the encouragement of somebody to buy something or you selling something. Now, everyone's got their own interpretations of the law, but if you are encouraging somebody to buy something, you should not be dealing with it. Let me pop up the definition. Telemarketing, FCC definition. All right, this is from the FCC. Telemarketing. Let's go here. All right, so this is really like a quick one. This is just from telemarketing law. But if you're to look at it here, telemarketing law basically states is the initiation of a telephone call for the purpose of encouraging the purchase, the rental of, or investment in property, goods, services when transmitted to another person. Now, what does this mean? Let's kind of run through this. If I'm asking if you want to sell your property to me, am I encouraging the purchase of property? No, I'm not encouraging you to purchase property. Am I encouraging you to purchase a good like a phone or something? No. Am I encouraging you to purchase a service like personal training? No. Am I encouraging you to rent something? No. Am I encouraging you? No. Encouraging the sale of property. See, it says the purchase of, not the sale of. And so if I'm calling somebody and asking them if they are looking to sell their property, no. Now, if I'm a realtor encouraging you to sell your home and I will provide a service to list it for you, telemarketing DNC law. But this is why wholesalers don't get attacked on the FCC telemarketing laws. Because I'm not going to say you're perfectly exempt from it, but I will tell you that, I mean, the law is pretty black and white there. You're not encouraging someone for that. So don't be freaking out. I think a lot of people, oh, the Blessed 2 Player says, how much is your course for beginners? That's a great one. It costs $3.99. $3.99. $0. That's how much it cost. Bro, if you've been watching this live stream, you need to go to freewholesaling.com. It's called free, the word wholesaling.com, and you can join the course for free. There's no credit card needed, none of that stuff. It's a free course, bro. It's a free course. Now, we do have Flip Work Plus. I will tell you that. Flip Work Plus. It has my live events. It has I extend the live streams. I talk to you. I answer one-on-one calls. I do texts. You can text me personally, all these things. That you need to send me a JV deal for. That's going to cost money. So I'm going to have to get half your wholesaling deal for me to start doing that stuff. You can pay a fee just to hop on and then do a JV deal, send that to me, and then you get that fee back. You can do that too. But for me to run these live events, for me to run extra stuff, for me to do all this stuff, I need something to pay for it, right? Because it costs me, because I have courses and stuff and extra stuff I put in there that I have to pay editors, hosting, literally the live events. Live events is the most expensive part of the whole thing. I ain't going to do that for free. So you can go there and do it. But basically the information is always going to be free. If you want to literally talk to me face-to-face for 4 days a year, 2 live events, I'm going to have to pay my videographers. I'm going to have to pay my editors. I'm going to have to pay the hosting for it. I have to do all that. So you can't pay a small fee for it, but I make more money when JV with me. So send me a JV deal. That's how you do it. All right, let's keep going here. Let's see. William, what's up, man? William says, for vacant land, do you purchase at a certain % off market value and sell for a certain % off market? If so, what values? I would say you probably purchase between 15 to 30%, hopefully, and then you sell for like 50. That's if I have to look at vacant land numbers, that's probably what I'm looking at. So if the land is worth theoretically 100 grand, you're probably going to lock it up for 35, maybe sell for 50. The values have to be really. Now there are some vacant lands. If we're in Houston and I'm doing like a lands right deal, sure, but like I mean, most of it's going to be really cheap. I mean, basically a quarter of the market value, and then you sell for about half for most vacant land. Infill lots are going to be a little more, obviously. I'm talking like raw vacant land. They're all going to be a little different. Let's see. So Sakai, what's up, man? Says, would you tell me the MAO of this property? All right. ARV 700. Okay, bro, you can't give me it's between this range. So I'll give you two answers then. If you really want to play this game, I'll play this game with you. All right. So we're looking here. 700K, 75K. We're going to do 85%. MAO 531. And at 800K minus 75K, 0.85, 616. So 541 to 616-ish. 616,420, 410, roughly. Mason, this is a great question from my man Mason right here. He says, how do you reasonably talk a seller down from their unreasonable price? This is actually a really good one. How do I personally talk a seller off of an unreasonable price? I basically do this. They give me crazy stupid price, insert that. I say, okay, Mason. How did you come up with that price? I shut up and I let them explain. Now, if they tell me they come up with that price because of how pretty and beautiful and all these things are, it's like, no. Other houses aren't going for that like that. Or like, okay, well, my neighbor sold this house for this. I'm like, okay. If you got to remember, guys, when I think of the word like unreasonable price, I think of legit, okay, guys, a price that when I calculate and do it from there, it is more than what the thing's even worth. And so they have to show me what the value of the house is even worth. Now, if they start showing me comps, I'll comp for anyone that wants to do a comp. I'll say, no, that one had more square feet, or that one probably most likely had less square feet. But like, oh, that property sold for $500,000 next door. Well, that property had a pool, it was brand new, and yours isn't. And if they can't agree on it, you can't force somebody to go with you. You can't force someone to accept your lowball offer. You can't force any of these things. And I truly believe a lot of wholesalers try to force these offers and these crazy values on people when really you shouldn't be doing that. You're not going to be the guy to be forcing this stuff. You just got to say, hey, if you want it too much, you want it too much. Use the good cop, bad cop. If they don't accept your lowball offer, there's nothing you can do. You just got to kind of put a little bit of fear into them and go from there. Here, we got another one. All right, one more question. I'm done. So should I start wholesaling without a lawyer, or should I get a lawyer before I start trying to wholesale? All right, bro. All right. We got to go back here. You need to go to freewholesaling.com. In that free course, it breaks it all down for you. Okay? Number one. So let's kind of talk about this. All right. With a lawyer, you can use a title company that already has a lawyer there. That's it. I'm telling you guys, if you are going out here and you're dealing with this, so that's probably what I'm going to say. So number one, if you want a lawyer, you go to title company. They have lawyers there for free. Boom. I'm just telling you, like, that's how you should be doing it. Sakai says, with an MAO, doesn't it leave the cash bar with a small profit? Sakai, bro, that is an MAO. If you lock it up in MAO, you make $0. Homie, if your 530 is your MAO, make sure you lock that thing up for 450. Lock it up for 400. I don't care. I've done that before. And bro, all right, if he puts 530 into this, all right, let's say he's in it 530, he pays, he's at 600, sells it for 7. Yeah, he'll make like 440 on that. That's a tight deal. But bro, that is your MAO. That is like that is the most a buyer will pay. That's me assuming you have a stupid cash buyer that's willing to overpay. You should always be way below the MAO. If you are at the MAO, you are broke. You do not want to be broke. If your MAO is 615, you want to lock that sucker up for 550. If it's 530, you lock that thing up for 440, 430. Who cares? How low can you go? This is limbo, guys. You got to go low. If the price isn't low, you're being broke. What is it? If the price isn't low, it's a no. Or you got to keep going low. Go for no, bro. All right. Got to get your MAO, man. It's got to be super low. I'm telling you guys, actually lock the deal up for really low compared to the MAO. That's what I can tell you guys. I get it all the time. You know, Crux says, got something about get rid of 12 single family properties in one go. ARV is 120 to 140 each. What formula do you think I should use for MAOs? 85K. Okay. They are in C-class neighborhood. Is it 12? I'm assuming it's 12 properties at once. You cannot use 85. You have to use 83 or 82. Heck, no, sorry. You're going to use like 70 to 75 on this. Yeah. At that low, if they're all individual single family properties. Yeah. That's what I do. Then one last question real quick. How do I get probates or pre-probates in my county? They're telling me there's no list. Kathy, go talk to them and say, hey, if I have a family member that passes away and they have no will, how do they choose who gets the property? Oh, I don't know. You're the court. Of course. The probate court happens in every county in the United States. If somebody passes away and they have no sons or daughters, they have to find out who gets the property. Does the cousin get it? Does the uncle get it? Who gets it? Was there a will? Was there not a will? What if they fight it over? Probate is everywhere. There's always going to be a probate court. It's like, this is like saying there's no arrest records. Like nobody gets arrested here. Okay. There's no arrest in Houston, Texas. What are you talking about? That's so stupid. Of course, people in Houston get arrested all the time. There's a lot of people there, right? It's so stupid when I get these things. I'm telling you, there always is a probate. Just got to do it. You have to learn how to do it, and you'll actually get the results. Guys, telling you, if you want to go out here and get rich in wholesaling real estate, go to my free wholesaling course, freewholesaling.com. Hopefully today you got a better understanding on Propstream versus batch leads and which one you should be using for wholesaling success. Wholesaling success. Guys, you got any value from this video, smash the like button, subscribe. I'll see you in freewholesaling.com and see you on the next one. Appreciate it, guys.